Channeling greetings. Do a quick galactic update, and that's all I have energy for tonight. So, all right, much love, blessings, and here we go. Greetings to you. This is Redmond from the Galactic Federation of Light, connected to the Sirians from Sirius B, bringing you a information of openness. As you relate more to your galactic friends, you will feel more of their vibrations around you, speaking to you, and even you become even looking like them to a certain degree, meaning that you will feel the vibrations as if you are transforming into them, at least vibrationally. You will see this in your third eye vision as you more adapt into these fourth density environments. Realize also you are teachers of those that are unawakened at this time. As you learn more about your abilities, you are preparing yourself for connecting to those of the lower vibrational energies to release them. And you will feel the vibrations of this earth shift over time, of course. You'll also feel the earth changes going on, but most of the time, everything will stay as it is as for continents, but you will feel the vibrational change within each country, state, etc. Especially around your, one moment, your Africa, as there's much energies there of transformation, as there's many ships there, many war entities there, and also much, basically what's kept hidden from your society is out in the open there in your Africa and places unknown, well, known to us, but is for you to connect to. As many of the extraterrestrials there do not care who sees them, as who are they going to tell? Because the vibrationals, there's also a lot of force field energies around Africa to keep it as low vibration. Your Bill Gates also has been affected by it slightly, but most of it seems to be concealed from him for the moment, for the most part, as his mind has been erased in certain areas of where he's been. So he's not retained a lot of this, but yes, he's well known that there is activity there. Reason we bring him up, because he's there quite often. And he's bringing much of effect, and we're not going to go into that political situation there. One moment. As for your governmental shifts, as for your society shifts, is more important than your government. As your humanity cracks open its awareness of itself, still at a pace that is much healthy in this environment. But many of you that are becoming more of your abilities will connect to the crystal skulls, but also realize of your past lives and other aspects that are bringing much assistance to this planet. Some of you have 2 or 3 aspects connecting from different dimensions, assisting this earth as it is. Yes, there are other earths, but many of you are connecting to this earth, one that you are known to, known well with, and they do go to other earths, but this one they are affecting quite much. Some of you have even 12 aspects as it is, assisting in different dimensions this earth that you are on at this moment. When the time has come, you will most likely see different versions of your Earth, different timelines when it is much needed. Different presidents, those that are still alive and still governing, some are at an extension, on and on. I believe you can connect those vibrations. Some of it's written down in your books because you're downloading much what's going on in another timeline. As you see of what if, well, what if is done in another dimension, of course. And this actually helps greatly in you connecting more to yourself and becoming more aware that these things that you are creating are actually real. It is part of the awakening process. Those that easily shut it down and say it's nonsense are the ones also saying that aliens do not exist. If they do, we will know it, but realize we are very much here, but have to let you go through the process of awakening yourselves, awakening each other for that matter. We aliens can only stand back and assist in little bits here and there. Much of us are quite busy, but keep quiet of what we are doing. We don't want to affect your lifetimes, your timelines here. Yes, we assist, but the more you know, the more it will shake you up. I believe you understand that. It will take you off your timeline. You'd be surprised. Too much knowledge can take you off balance. You understand that. So that's what channelings, healings, everything is done as it needs to be for certain purposes. I believe you can connect to that vibration because you have timelines that you wish to fulfill. And when you have an alien around assisting and you know too much about that, it might get you off balance. You'd be surprised, depending on the information. Sometimes it's okay, most times it's not. Sometimes it's general information, it's fine, but for the most part, we'll leave you with that detailed information, let you connect to that if you wish. But most of you will not. It is not needed. But some of you need to. After receiving exact details, it depends on your guides and what needs to be known. But for the most part, what does not need to be known will stay unknown. We also see many of you connecting more to your Egyptian past lives to awakening much of the history that has been much buried. Much of the history does go into your Agartha and your Mars. A lot of it actually goes into your Agarthan. Many Agarthian beings were on your planet during the Egyptian time period. The ancient one that has been conveniently erased for your pyramids that had a different color. And yes, there's much grass around your pyramids. So yes, there's much has been removed from your vibrations. Also, during your Atlantean time periods, yes, the Agarthian beings were very much a part of your society and your Egyptian times. But of course, your Egyptian times is more into your history than your Atlantis. So you're connected to your Agarthians that are above your Earth, meaning that were wandering around with you humans before they were hidden from you. But even when they were hidden, they were still connected to you. Much of the Anunnaki energies wish to keep them in one place. They do not want you to know too much about yourself, but of course you're going into a hypnosis of forgetfulness also. That was much needed because of the warnings that needed to be, lessons needed to be learned, especially by the manipulations that were done to your human collective by the Anunnaki and other beings. That you wish to go into their world, basically, that they created for you, basically. And now you're coming out of that vibration. Some of you, of course, are aware. More will. When you realize the vibration you are living is a, if you want to call it a matrix, which is fine, but also you'll see the fabrics of how it's been designed around you to fit your needs so you can easily stay in it. Each one of you have your own matrix, you can say, that's been made directly for you to keep you under control. You can remove from that. So this is why all individuals, some are awakened, some are not. Because you're all in a different type of, as you call, time capsule, you could call it. You're each in one of them. Many of you are aware and already removed that. We call it the awakening, and you're still removing much of it. Still learning about yourself, becoming more alien, more angelic, more Agarthian. And this is a process that does take time. There's also some in this third density you still have to discover for yourself and assist others for their awakening process also. Some choose to stay in the third density for certain reasons to assist humanity. That's why you're all here. That's why we're not have, well, for some, we'll start floating around, going into your fourth density, and humans will begin to see that eventually. That time will come. But many of you that are light workers, that you call yourselves, will stay in a third density environment to assist those that are not awake. So you'll still go through some of the vibrations. You'll be half fourth, half third, or half fourth, half fifth, whatever you want to call it. Everyone has their own version of it. But you're part of this vibration to assist humanity in its dream state that will end up into its awakening ever so slowly, of course. This whole process is just like anyone that's going through a healing process. Does anyone truly heal quickly? And sometimes that's not always for the best. It depends on the wounds, and this earth wound, if you want to call it, is quite complex, as you can see. It's one way of calling it. It's not exactly. It is a lesson, and lessons cause bumps and bruises, and you learn from those bumps and bruises. That is called your environment, basically. As you reopen the timelines of abundance, but also fourth density timelines. And many are doing that at this time, and you continue to do so. Unlocking yourself from this dimension, but also sending love back to this third density, of course. That is why you're here. Many wonder, what is my purpose here? To assist yourself, yes, also assist others in different ways. It doesn't have to be a mass of people. It can be only family members. It can be one friend. It doesn't have to have a large amount for this awakening process. So blessings. Well loved. This is Redmond. Much love. Blessings.